want to tell me a story?
You want to join us more over here, or would you like to be alone over there?
Sorry?
Would you like to join us more over here, or would you like to be alone over there?
Oh, he's got his seat, whatever it is. Are you sitting on the beat?
Sit on me.
Well, because we're supposed to sign up for Friday nights, and I never know.
Smooth move. Smooth move. Do you remember when you were younger?
Get off.
We were brainstorming how about Olums you hate more. And Sam doesn't know this one. Do you remember from young days there was one? Baby, it's right now. The song of trees and the bird. I figured that would be a crime. You would be begging for the one. But I can't find it. I'm doing a search. Let's not work into a rage, because that could backfire.
Let's fix your pants.
Yeah, there we go. Be really good to the end, and then, the juice. Oh, he's going to move for the juice. We can't, no, juice. Oh, man. You know what this is? This is like, she's the star. He knows it. He senses it.
It's because he sees the juice.
Could be that, but usually he's not here at the beginning. He usually knows later on his juice time. What? Not super silly, just a couple of those stories. I'm not jumping out in costumes or anything. Sense a little anxiety.
Sorry about that, Sam.
It's not for
Oh, you didn't like it. Nope. My brother was crying. He came up here because my dad came up here and we used to get down.
I mean, of course,
He took that personally.
he'll encourage other kids. They'll make kids right.
He's like, oh, now I'm upset.
It's cool with me. You know what I mean?
So did you find a spot for your water?
But now,
Stories.
but now it's like he's not upset anymore. Because look at that.
But the kids are all so young.
It doesn't take much.
I knew this.
It just takes mom and maybe some other company. No.
Mom's always good.
And that's twice in a Shabbat.
So am I standing in between both of you?
So I knew we'd see it tonight.
You're standing in between both of you?
That's a good question for Rabbi.
That's true, yeah.
In between, or am I standing in between?
So usually kind of like
Yeah.
whoever's using the microphone like gets closer to the microphone. So it's sort of like a
These are really young kids. They know what they're talking about. They're not going to want to talk. Okay.
My little
Yeah.
that's why I didn't know what my cousin was.
Because Connie doesn't know the story I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Have you ever heard that story?
Because, well, I thought Aunt Rhea looked different. And I was like,
You can say what anybody you want. You're the father of the body. What do we do?
and then I'm like, oh, she's here. This is her.
Yeah.
So, am I standing in between you and...
Would you like, the question also is how much do you want to be up here? You could be up here the whole time, keeping in mind there's some prayers you know and don't know. Okay?
I'll stay up here for all the prayers.
You're good, right? You're just here, good. Am I really messy? You're fine.
I can read your handwriting fine.
Aww.
Yeah,
nice.
my best friend has very bad handwriting. Like, you can barely tell what it says.
Now the
So I've learned how to decode it.
question before we start is, I got to remember to do, Jim will be upset with me. Okay. Question is, should we have another mic here, or we're all good? Like one
Can
more of it.
share.
So we're gonna share. You're gonna be so every once in a while you're good. We might be moving in a little, but we won't do it like this. That's like
The bouncy balls back and forth. Bumper cars.
we'll sway. I won't sway into it.
Yeah, just like,
So who's step away.
like, out of
Those
the way.
boots were made for stepping.
Yeah, good boots.
Step.
All right, booster.
Step.
Second time was not accidental.
Oops.
Oops. It's all good. Let's see. 120. So.
Are you saying the first ghost story right now? Are you saying the first ghost story right now?
Yeah, I'm going to tell the first ghost story after this part. Okay? So there we go. And then the first thing you're going to do is candles, but I'll tell you when. Okay? I mean, we need to, but it's like a very cheap investment. We have to get more of it.
You really gotta do that.
So no one needs a mic. Okay, good.
Hachama merosh ha'ilanot nistalka bovenei likrat Shabbat amalka bovenei likrat Shabbat amalka Hinehi yoredet
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
It's great to be here with all of you this Shabbat. Every year so we're just going to, first of all, I want to welcome not only Conti, but Conti's whole family and friends and relatives who are coming in from out of town and who will be here tomorrow morning when Conti reads from the Torah and leads us even more than she is tonight in the service. Some leading tonight, lots of leading tomorrow, and we're really excited. Dad's on the beam as a member of the board of directors, among other things, along with Michael Appleton. I don't want their confusion. Who's Dad? You are a dad, and we're glad to have all of you here with us. This is Ghost Story Shabbat, and I usually look for new stories, but Jim Stein said, yeah, but there's one you tell, it's my favorite. And I realized, not that I'm making a comparison, we reread the same stories in the Torah every year, so I guess we can retell certain ghost stories. So there are many, many wonderful stories out there. I know you're thinking next week's Halloween, but I'm guessing that anyone who really cares, I'm just going to own it, won't be here, right? Tomorrow, the next week's service will probably be the people who don't care it's Halloween. That's just a guess. So we're telling some stories tonight. In fact, when we were setting Conti's Bat Mitzvah date a year or two ago, I said, that's Jewish Ghost Story Shabbat. And you were like, yeah! So we knew that was a good date. So our first story tonight, as we prepare for Shabbat and to welcome each other, is a very important cautionary tale. This is an oral tradition folk story from Eastern Europe, and it is actually based on a real superstition. Once, a long time ago, a young Jewish merchant was traveling. Wait, wrong story. Page flipped over. That's not the one. Ghost in the Sanctuary. Once there was an honest worker who had been laboring hard all day in the field. He went to the evening service in the town synagogue, but was so tired he fell asleep. Deep into a sleep, it got dark, and then suddenly the sound of music woke him up. He looked about. It was the middle of the night. Synagogue was empty. Moonlight was streaming into the windows of the synagogue. How strange. He could see by the light of the moon that the whole congregation was there. And they were all dancing near the ark. But the music sounded so eerie. And there were no lamps lit in the synagogue. And everyone was dressed in the same flowing white robes. All of a sudden, the man realized that they weren't robes, they were burial shrouds. This was a gathering of ghosts in the synagogue. He sprang up from his bench. With a shout of horror, he raced to the door, but the door was locked. With a cold hand pulled him back. The worker tore free and ran to the window, yelling for help, yelling. The whole village was awakened. The rabbi and a minion hurried to the synagogue, put their hands through, and pulled the worker out, back to the land of living. What happened to the ghosts? No one knows. But no one in that village ever fell asleep in synagogue again.
Ooh.
Oh, that was for you. But in fairness, there was a superstition in many communities that you didn't fall asleep in synagogue and that you knocked on an empty synagogue before you entered. First time I ever told the story, someone told me that their grandmother taught them years ago, and they didn't know why, that if you got to a locked synagogue, you knocked first and you opened the door. So this was a superstition. So with that note, please turn to your neighbors, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, make sure they're real, do this, okay? So
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Seem
Shabbat
real
shalom.
enough to me.
We continue lighting Shabbat candles, and in a moment, while we're lighting Shabbat candles, should you wish to follow along, we'll be singing of Shalom Aleichem, which is on page 142. So feel free, as is our custom, if you wish to do so, to light one of the tea candles to the left on the beam, next to the beam.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Are these trick candles?
They might be.
It's not the matches.
Uh-huh. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Page 127. We read together at the bottom of the page. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat,
which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in the darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God.
We now turn to one of my favorite parts, the Psalms. There are so many. If you ever get bored, check them out. There's other ones that we don't sing. But we'll be joining in Lechuna Ranana, Zamru, and Lechado D, starting on page 130, jumping to page 134, and then I'll meet you together for Lechado D on 138. Lechuna Ranana, Adonai, Nari Aletsur Yishenu, Nikadmafana, Bitoda, Bismirolach Nari Alo, Nikadmafana, Bitoda, on 138 for Lachado D. We will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And if you get lost, sing the chorus. 'Tis the same.
Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmiyanu, echad meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemot Hashem u'teferet v'tila. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuvenecha ki mehor haverachai rosh meitene nesucha sof malaseh berachmat tibla. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri tiva ore, kubinori kuri uri, shira bere modanai, shanachai yiftila. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom, ateret mala gam yesimcha, u'v'tzoria Torah emune am segula. Boi kala, lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela. Lechado di likrat kala, pende Shabbat nekabela.
We remain standing, page 144.
Oh, will you look at that?
Yitgada ve'yitgada shemei Rabbi, be'alma divra fiute ve'almich malchute, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'vayed be'kol bet Yisrael. Bagala u'vizman kariv ve'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'am lav me'yamaya yitpara v'yitara v'yitraba v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitzadar v'yitaleh v'yitada shemei v'kudusha brihu le'man b'korata v'shirata tushvechata v'nehemata damiram yama v'yimeru amen.
We turn to page 146.
Barechu et Adonai hamvevora.
Baruch
Adonai v'ra le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise to Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
We read together at the top of page 149.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets on way on which the time and seasons guides. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, whom praising flows. Baruch atah Adonai, habariv Rabbi.
In honor of you, Cantor, I brought a different setting of Ahavat Olam for today. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Al Kein Adonai Eloheinu, B'shoch beinu nasiach, B'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu, Ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem nege, Yomam v'layla, Yomam v'layla, Ve'ahavatecha, Al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated as we continue on the next page together.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol lecha v'kol nefshecha u'b'kol me'odecha v'chayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al v'harecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'shofecha u'fkumecha u'shartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'tartam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'eitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeit mitem me'eretz Mitzrayim liyom lachem le'olim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Page 157. We read together at the top of the page.
Standing on the parted shores of history,
we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, and that the winding way to the promised land passes through the wilderness. There is no way to get from here to there except by joining lands and marching together.
Mi kamocha baile mi Madonai, mi kamocha nedar hakodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malachutecha ravu banecha, lokea yam life Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed. V'ne'emar kifat Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Page 160, we read together.
Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise up our guardian
to
life renewed.
Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel. The shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol yemod Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot haberit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot haberit olam. B'nei Reuven, b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot haberit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot haberit olam. Uvayom hashayim Shabbat ba'imavash, Shabbat ba'imavash, Shabbat ba'imavash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorot haberit olam.
Before we continue with Tefillah, central prayer section of our service, and when we do, we will begin together the first few pages and then continue our own Hebrew, English, reflecting. But before we do, V'shamru Shabbat this evening reminds us that it's too easy to get caught up in the constant cycle of going and doing. V'shamru, which segues into "Oh God, help us find the words," reminds us that time continues, but we can sanctify our moments. There's another way we discover it amidst the noise and busyness of the world. For those of us who come here regularly, we look out the window and we realize winter is coming, even if you can't quite tell yet. And this is the first service in about 6 months where when we get to this part of the service, you can't see the garden. It's nice time. Even with the clocks not yet changing for another week, we become aware of the passage of time, the change of the seasons. Before we turn to Tefillah on 164, just take a moment, as Shabbat helps us to do. Take a few seconds. Think about letting go of the week, of being in this moment, surrounded by family and friends and community. Just take a moment of silence to ground yourself in this place, in this moment, in this Shabbat, in this celebration.
Adonai sefai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Achador Hamibor Be'anon Ra, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezokei Ha'se'avot Be'imot, Umegigula Livnem Nemnem, Lema Shimo Ve'abraha, Melech Ozer Ubushi Umagim. Baruch atah Adonai, Magi Abraham, Vizrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayecha Ko Atah Ra'u Ashia, Mechayel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKodeh, Brakarim Ramim, Somek Noflim Velche Olim, Umatir Atsurim, Umekayeh Evnumato, Lishenei Afa, Micha Mocha Bagivura, Umidomela, Melech Memit, Umekayeh, Umasiyah Wishua, V'ne'emata v'chayol hakol. Baruch atah Adonai v'hayech hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimhat kadosh u'kedoshim b'chol yom ya'alu la'sela. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ech kadosh.
In the next few pages, standing or seated, silently, or the words of the book, however you wish to continue.
Shalom bimroma. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru.
We pause to think of all those who are ill, in need of healing. Our prayers go out to those afflicted by war and famine around the world. We think of those families in Israel who are reunited, but reunited does not mean there is not healing, much healing needed. We think of those here in our community, those who are sick, family, friends, members. We mention Christopher Long, Ann Westerman, Susan Schultz, Fred Reynolds, George Berger, Alan Feinberg, Mike Abramovitz, Sandra Price, Donna Rankin, Martin Sharp, Ethan Moises Rosenthal, Rabbi Andrea Weiss, Kathleen Sullivan, Craig Low-Patton, Michal Schinder-Bat Luvavabrum, Rusty Feld, Nate Manowith, David Kabudi, Rick Munchausen, Morley Herbert, and any other names you might wish to mention in your prayers for healing. For those we mention and those we may not mention but holding in our hearts, for those watching at home on our stream who may be physically unable to be with us. On page 371, we join together.
Before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
So as we turn to our other ghost story, this one by request, I'm wondering, is there anywhere in the temple that scares you?
Not in particular, but if no one's here and it's really dark, that's kind of scary.
That's
when the ghosts come.
It's like eerie.
Eerie, yeah. Here a lot at night. We have a security camera that has a 5-second glitch, and when I'm walking down the hall late at night to lock the building, I see someone behind me.
Oh,
That's
know the hallway
scary.
in between the Great Hall and the restrooms and like that main little area? That's the scariest part, especially when it's dark and no one's there.
There's also what?
There's that spooky.
Spooky. We also have a stair to the roof that's my escape in a zombie apocalypse, and I made the mistake of sharing it with the confirmation class, and now it's locked, so I have no means of escape. Okay, that didn't get the laugh I hoped for, but that's actually a true story. So don't share with the confirmation class.
Maybe hide in
your escape
in your
to the
office
roof.
restroom.
Not a good idea, yes. So the thing that scares Sam is a story that Condi's never heard. Amazingly, because Condi is really a service regular. So with that, I have to retell the story, the most scary, or the most graphic story we have. So every Jewish ghost story has a moral, a lesson, a concern. This is a story that comes from Germany, oral tradition, about 500 years ago, probably older. And the story is as follows. On Shabbat, right? So it's a Shabbat horror story. The tortures of Gehenna cease for a day. And the spirits that are punished there and the demons that punish them are free to roam the world until Shabbat ends. So even ghosts are free on Shabbat. Remember that Judaism doesn't say there are no ghosts. It just says, don't worry about them. Don't get involved in witchcraft. It doesn't say they're not real. Not all return to their place of punishment on time. Some lag behind until dawn and seek ways to cause turmoil in the world once the sanctity of Shabbat has been lifted. In one town, there was a scribe, a sofer, writing a Torah. This Torah scroll was to be used for the first time in a newly built synagogue. The scribe lived in fear of not completing the scroll in time for Simchat Torah. When the Torah reading begins anew, we did that just a couple weeks ago, with the first verses of Genesis. And so, with little time left to spare, as soon as Shabbat had ended, the first flickers of dust, the Havdalah prayers had been said, even though the scribe had been warned by the rabbi to wait until 3 stars in the sky. The scribe hurried to his desk. He was in such a hurry that he did not recite Psalm 91, the psalm that protects against the dangers of demons. The scribe worked like a demon himself, until midnight. But then his eyes grew bleary, and he knew that he must stop. For if a scribe makes a mistake in a Torah scroll, they have to start that whole sheet again. Reluctantly, he went to sleep. The scribe wished that someone would help him complete his work, so the Torah would be ready in time. Now every wish is overheard, either by an angel or a demon. And in this case, it was a demon on its way back to Gehenna who overheard the scribe's wish and decided to fulfill it at once. The demon tried to enter by slipping beneath the front door, but the text of the mezuzah, which the scribe had written himself, was flawless. It could not get in. Then the demon circled the house, around and around, looking for a place to get in, and found a crack in the window. It was enough for a demon, just a little bit. It slipped in and hastened to the scribe's desk, where the incomplete Torah scroll lay out. The demon picked up the scribe's pen, dipped it in ink, for the demon knew the Torah by heart, and began to write incredibly quickly. Demons are as familiar with the law as angels. And before very long, the demon had filled up a page of parchment, and then another, and another, one after another. And the demon, lost in the task, continued to write all night until a great many folios had been done, and only one page of the Torah remained. The demon hunted for more parchment, but not a scrap was to be found. And in a frenzy to complete the task, before being forced to return to Gehenna at dawn, hastened to the bed of the scribe and began to strip the skin off the man's back, despite the howls of pain, and continued to scribble away on it until the task was done. I told you it's a good story.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. All right. So what are our morals tonight?
Don't ask. Don't wish for anything.
Don't wish. Don't end Shabbat too soon. Don't fall asleep in temple. There are other ghost stories. There you go. These are a few of our stories from our tradition. I did not make them up. Next Friday night, if anybody comes to your home trick-or-treating and they happen to be Jewish, and they say, why aren't you in temple? Say, well, I've got a story for you. There you go. You have my permission.
I'll make sure to bring my one Jewish friend along with me.
Bring your one Jewish friend along, yes. You could go as the scribe. You can knock on doors and say, anyone have a mezuzah, right? No? Okay, maybe not. Okay.
Please don't strip my back.
Please don't strip my back. Very nice. We're losing the crowd. But we're having a great time. That's what matters. Okay. We're going to take a deep breath. We've lost Sam. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to turn to page 586. And we are going to rise for Aleinu.
With the open
There we go.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula le'oser breshis, shelo asanu kegoyeh ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam halkeinu kahem, begor aleinu kevul hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'hayel Adonai v'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Ghost stories aside, we consider ourselves blessed, maybe by ghosts, but certainly by memories. If we think of the deceased as those whose names we carry and whose stories we carry, who in remembering inspire us to live our best selves through their lessons, their morals, their jobs, their stories, everything they did as parents and teachers, spouses, siblings, friends. We are blessed, even as we are haunted by their loss, blessed by the memories of those who touched our lives. And we remember them. We remember them. And we hope that we will continue to live in the ways that they would wish. On this Shabbat, we note the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of their deaths, observed in this season of Margaret Sheila Benjamin, Frank Rupert Benjamin, Rose Wagner Bach, Gustav Braun, Becky Carter, David Aiden Dorantes, Liliana Kaplan Duhan, Herman L. Goldstucker, Max Granite, Meta Hoxter, Betty Kessler, Selma Kraus, Yetta Moidel, Rona Rosenfield, Shirley Rubinson, Irving Sachs, Sarah Schwartz, Darrell Slater, Mike Stein, and we also note passed away in the last month. We mention the names of Sue Lurie, Sammy Welsh, and while not yet laid to rest, Lita Marshak, mother of Sherry Stein, who will be laid to rest Sunday at the Shereth Israel Cemetery in Dallas on Dolphin Road. Do we have anyone else visiting who is observing a yahrzeit or shloshim? We all rise together as one to offer strength and prayer. Page 598.
Yitkada v'yitkada Shemei Rabbah Ve'alma divrach piotei ve'almif malchutei. Bechaye on uvyomechon, uchaye bekol beit Yisrael. V'gala mizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabbah ve'avach ve'almayim ve'amaya. Yitbarad v'yitchabar v'yitroar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalash shemei dekudusha b'richu. Le'man mikol birata b'shirata. Tushvechata b'nemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shema rabba ben shemaya. V'chayek aleinu v'yavkol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yavkol Yisrael. V'yavkol yoshvei tevel. V'imru amen.
Zichronam levracha. May their memories be a blessing always.
Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. A quick reminder that there are a number of announcements in our service sheet, and you're all invited to come tomorrow at 10:30 when Cantor reads from the Torah and leads us in prayer on this Shabbat. One of the announcements about a de-escalation security training. There are flyers in the back of the chapel as you leave, along with other upcoming events. One more thing to do before Kiddush and Motzi together. And let me just say thank you, Cantor, for doing a wonderful, wonderful job. You know so many of the prayers.
My pleasure.
Thank you. You are such a great prayer leader. I know you've led a few times, but it's been wonderful.
4 times.
You've been counting.
No.
Frequent leader club. We'll figure out what happens, like
Do you get like a free sandwich?
it's just free something when you get to like a certain number of prayer leadings. Yeah.
A bookmark.
A bookmark. Okay. A scribe.
We
No.
might be able to actually do that.
Page 625. In keeping with the season, you know this ancient Jewish tune, even if you didn't realize you knew it. Spoken of all the way back in the Talmud, unclear if it came from the Babylonian or Palestinian Talmud. We join together. Adon Olam,
Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Asher Adna. Asher Kol Yitzir Meira. Le'asa. V'chetza Kol. Azam Eleh. Shemo Nikra. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Adon Olam.
V'yacharei
Kilot HaKol Levado Imlo Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hodei Vehu Yeh Betifara Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Vehu Echad Ve'Shenim L'Hamshilo L'Chabira Beli Reshim Beli Tachim Belo Ha'oz Ve'Ha'izra Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Vehu Eli V'chai Gorim V'tzor Hevli B'tzara Vehu Nisi Umanosli V'nai Kosi V'yom Ekra Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Beyado Avkidruchim Be'tisha Ve'ayira Ve'imruchim Geviatim Adonai Ve'lo Ira Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam Adon Olam.
Shabbat Shalom, but also before we do that, Kiddush and Motzi, who's going to help us with the blessing over wine and bread and the Shabbat
Oh,
day.
the kids are actually distracted.
If you
Goodbye.
need the words, Page 123 is the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Oh, here they come. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron le'maseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'siyat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'v'ratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
And a job that Conti's been doing so well for years as our challah protector.
Ooh, it's pretty. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom. See you tomorrow.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
I gave my offering to the child. He came over and I was like, here you go.
Yes, here you go. Shabbat shalom.
I think we need to keep increasing the number of cups
Yeah.
to see how many it really takes to get through the whole prayer.
Who knows? We didn't even know you know.
Oh, I can't come up here anymore. Huh? Yeah, can she still come up here with
Oh, I don't remember that. No. That she's about to
Bread
she's not going to be. Oh, you mean for follow?
Yes, don't run too close.
Hi, Rabbi.